Greetings gamers, Agent SN, and if you guys didn't know by now, I love the Paper Mario series. While I'm not a big fan of two of the games I'm going to be talking about out of the six, the series overall is pretty good. While I do feel like the newer games should be more like the first two, this series has overall had a lot of ups and downs. So today, I've decided that I'm going to be talking about this whole series. And this is the third, series I'm talking about in my Every Blank Reviewed series. We've done the mainline Mario games. We've done every Mario Kart game reviewed, which is going to get re-uploaded soon. We've done, and now this is our third game. So I'm HS, and today we're going to be doing every Paper Mario game review. We have 6 games to talk about, and so expect some positive, some negative opinions. You're gonna see that in this video as well, and some mixed opinions as well. They're gonna be seeing with the 4th and 5th game I'm talking about. But let's start off with. Alright, so starting off, we have the original classic Paper Mario game for the N64. And I love this game a ton. This game was one of the first RPGs that I ever played. One of the reasons why I consider myself such a big RPG guy now. Hence why I talk about a lot of Final Fantasy on this channel alongside my Nintendo content. That's my other pastime on my channel. But yeah, this game overall was a really amazing experience as it truly brought well, there was an RPG already with Mario known as Super Mario RPG on the SNES. Intelligent Systems was hired to make a sequel. Intelligent Systems previously developed the Fire Emblem series, which they also work on. However, the conflict with Square Square Enix developed Super Mario RPG, which are actually people behind Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest and those kind of things, and Kingdom Hearts. Well, they partnered for Super Mario RPG. However, Intelligent Systems, which worked exclusively with Nintendo mostly, they developed this game. But all that aside, though, they really nailed it with this game. I love the partners, and while it is an N64 game, the graphics do not disappoint. I really love its really nice paper aesthetic, and the combat is so good, and I really love its world overall, and really nice plot as well, with Bowser getting the Star Rod and the bosses and there's so much variety here. I love his partners and the way it controls and the quality and tax basically are so good, and I mean, I love everything about this game, and for good reason. So let's give a review score. So yeah, I give this game a 10 out of 10. What is an N64 game? The graphics are so good. I love the partners. I forgot to mention this, but the music is very good. And I really love its combats, and the plot's very good. It's also really fun, too, controlling Peach after each chapter. That was really amazing, and I had a lot of fun and creativity with it, there's even more of that in the next game I'm talking about. And the partners are really good. The world is really nice. It introduced some really good, unique characters, including original characters that were mainly designed for the game. And Solar Spirits are nice characters, and the worlds are so nice. Each chapter is set up in a nice and unique way, and there's so much variety. I give this game a 10 out of 10. Easily one of my favorite N64 games, one of my favorite RPGs made by Nintendo. But this next game that you're about to hear me talk about is one of the best RPGs I've ever played, and in my top 5 personally of my favorite RPGs of all time. So next up we have. Alright, so this next game has a very, very special place in my heart. And it's definitely in my top 20 favorite games of all time. It was even in my top 10 best video games of all time list. It was even on this list. And this is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. this game many people adore and hold in high regards, especially from me. This is easily one of my favorite games on the GameCube, and this is also my favorite Mario spin-off of all time. And this game shows what the last three Paper Mario games should have been. This game shows what the last three games should have been. What Circle Star Color Blast and the Origami King should have been. Which we'll go through that in just a minute. Later in this video. All that aside, though, what made this game so special? We'll take everything that made the first game great and improved on it by introducing a really new and unique world known as Rogueport. And the plot is very good. Now, I did say this in my 3DS 10 years later video, but unpopular opinion, I prefer this game's story to Super Paper Mario's story. And I actually love it a ton as it focuses on Mario going to this place to go look for treasure, and it's really nice, and it has a really nice backstory as well, basically. And I do really love its uniqueness of the bosses, and there's so much variety too, especially with the partners. The partners have way more personality than the first game's partners, and Rogueport's really nice to explore. And all the extra worlds like what was it again? Petal Meadows and Petalburg, which Petalburg City from Pokemon is actually named after Petalburg in this game. And Boggly Woods is one of my least favorite chapters. It's really nice to explore, and I love the Glitz Pit. And Kikal Key is very good, and I really like exploring that one. That chapter 4 was very good, and exploring the train on chapter 6 was very good. And blasting off onto the X-Dot Fortress Chapter 7 was epic, especially with the music. The music slaps hard too in this game, and this game is so memorable. And it's easily one of my favorite games of all time, probably. So yeah, let's give this a review score. So yeah, we're giving this game a 10 out of 10. This is easily one of my favorite RPGs of all time, and possibly one of my favorite games of all time. But I especially love the characters. They have way more personality than the first game. The story is epic, and I want to talk about controlling Peach after each chapter. We got to do this again in this game, but now it's much more fun. And speaking of fun, after each chapter, you also get to control Bowser. Yes, you get to control Bowser. How amazing is that? And I just love its world, its bosses, its characters. Now let's move on to the third game, and the last one that kept the classic Paper Mario identity. Alright, so next up we have Super Paper Mario, and just like with the first two games, this was also one of the first RPGs I ever played. Pretty much the first three Paper Mario games and Super Mario RPG were among the four first RPGs ever played. All that aside though, this game, it's, well, not as good as the original N Thousand Year Door. This game overall, though, is just a very good game, and I'm just glad I got to experience this game. And it's not perfect, but a lot of people aren't, and some people aren't big fans of the change from it being an action RPG to a turn-based. But because it kept the RPG formula, I approve of the action RPG gameplay as it mostly plays like, which it still has all the charm from the first two games. It just plays like the main series 2D Mario games while also being an action RPG at the same time. And while I do prefer TTYD's story, I still love Super's story, and it had so much death. Actually, wait, not death. It had so much despair to the story, I guess, and so much. I like how dark its tone was, but also happy at the same time. and exploring Flipside and all over the world were still really nice. I do like using the pixels. It was fun. I'm choosing between 4 characters. So yeah, I had a fun time with this game. I do wish there was still more of this, um, and I just had a ton of fun with this game. So yeah, let's go give it a review score. Alright, so I give this game a 9 out of 10. It's not perfect. It does have a bit of issues, but the good definitely outnumbers the bad in so many ways. I mean, have a lot of fun with the gameplay and using the little pixels as extra like partners, kind of like, and I do really enjoy the pacing and the way it plays, and the amazing story that's so much light and dark moments. But now but unfortunately, Paper Mario entered the Dark Age, unfortunately, for 13 years. Yep, the series basically unfortunately died after 3 great games. Yeah, let's talk about. I'm not excited to talk about these next 3, but here we go. I'm not 3, 2, because I do like the newest one. That we'll get to it later. Alright, so next up we have the first game in the Dark Age of Paper Mario. And yeah, for a while I thought this game was okay, I guess, but after rethinking it, after going back to it in 2020, I really do not like Sticker Star. I hate it. This game ruined Paper Mario for me. This game let me down a ton. I'm not gonna lie, 9 years later, I'm still just really, really sad about the way this game turned out. I mean, it took 3 great games and took out most of the charm. I mean, it made it completely linear. I don't like its linearity. And I hate the battle system. They force in stickers, and here's the thing: you don't get any rewards for fighting. You just get coins and stickers. It's just so generic, and overall, this game just wasn't really for me. I mean, I do like the music, and I think the writing's pretty good. That the series has still brought in. I understand Nintendo may want to just introduce people to something new if they're not like a fan of RPGs. But to be fair, there's probably many out there that have played the first 3 games, but might or might not have known that it's an RPG, kind of with Pokemon, or whether they're an RPG fan or not. All that aside, though, this game has ruined the series for me. I like the battle system. I don't like it. I didn't have too much fun overall, and the series just got worse after this. Well, what are the goods? Well, it does have nice graphics for a 3DS game. It has some nice writing. It has good music and nice bosses. However, there's a bit more bad than good. I just don't like collecting the stickers. It wasn't Paper Mario. That's why I don't like it. It didn't feel like Paper Mario. It felt too much on the paper, and focused too much on the paper. Yeah, I know it's Paper Mario, but I prefer the first 3 games by a long shot, because they actually felt like the way a Paper Mario game should be. So yeah, let's go give this a review score. So yeah, I give this game a 4 out of 10. I hate it. This was a game I originally was very excited for back in 2012. But I didn't even get it until 2 years later. When I did enjoy it, but however, I got stuck early on, so I pretty much quit, like, very early on in the game. But I didn't even go back to finish this game until 2020 happened, and when the Origami King was coming out. So they got me in the mood of playing Paper Mario games. I finished all the Paper Mario games. I'm going back to this one. I appreciated it slightly more, but at the same time, I just can't stand it. This game killed the series for me. The music's nice. The bosses are cool. The attacks with the stickers are nice, but I don't like the stickers. I hate the levels. Well, actually, the levels are good, of course. However, I hate the linearity of it, and the way they presented them was such in a bad way. It didn't feel like Paper Mario lost all the charm. And it's terrible. I mean, I've beaten this game once, but I don't think I'm gonna go back and replay it ever again. But I'll still keep it anyway. So yeah, this game overall, I hate it. I'm not gonna go back to it, possibly ever. Even though I'm gonna probably always own it. But I really don't like the way it was presented. I get it wanted to be different, but it was presented in such a bad way with its linearity and the stickers. I hated the stickers. I hate the battle system. There was no partners. That was my big downside. Alright, so next up we have Paper Mario Color Splash. Now unlike Sticker Star, I actually did this game actually has more good qualities than the bad by slightly. Now, similar to Sticker Star, this is a game that I also gave up on early on because I got stuck and stuff. And this game pretty much reused a lot of ideas from Sticker Star, but unlike Sticker Star, it presented some of them in a good way. Well, here's the thing. I'm still not a fan of this game, so sorry Cool Beans Cruise if you're watching this, but I'm not a big fan of this game. Just like a Sticker Star. But like Sticker Star, which I hate, I'm pretty meh on this game. It's better than Sticker Star. The graphics are amazing. One of the best looking games on the Wii U. And I do really enjoy I do really enjoy the bosses and some gameplay elements. However, this game still has a lot of bad. The battle system is still terrible. It's still really linear. You're still collecting stars, basically, instead of the sticker comments or whatever it's called back in Sticker Star. And it's just still but what I do like the most is the painting. The painting's pretty fun. However, there's still it's slightly more good than bad. Actually, there's about half good, and this game's about half good, half bad. It's not a good game, but it's not a bad game either. It's just really in between. I just really can't stand the gameplay and the linearity still. It still doesn't feel like Paper Mario enough. But the characters do have more personality than Sticker Star, which I do really like. And Port Prisma was fun to explore. However, I still don't like the gameplay that much. About half the gameplay, the gameplay really isn't for me. I mean, I just can't stand the game. I really don't like the cards, which are the new replacement for stickers. So yeah, let's go get this review score. Alright, so I give this game a 6 out of 10. I mean, just like with Sticker Star, I got stuck early on. I didn't even go back to finish this game until 2020, about a month before the Origami King. All that aside, though, it's better than Sticker Star, I can say that, but I don't like the gameplay, for the most part. I mean, the painting's fun, exploring Prism Island's fun, finding the toads are fun, the bosses are nice to fight. However, I still can't stand the battle system. I mean, it's better than Sticker Star's battle system, but the cards are still not good, and I still like, its level-based setup. I'm just not a big a fan of that. I prefer, I mean, technically, Super Paper Mario had chapters, however, they were presented in a really nice way. It doesn't feel like Paper Mario, which is what I still don't like. However, the negativity is over, because, this is the end of the dark age of Paper Mario. We had a terrible game and an okay game. This next one I do like, but I still have a bit of issues with it. Let's move on. Alright, it's next up, Paper Mario the Origami King. Now, while this game still doesn't feel like the classic Paper Mario, I actually really enjoyed this game. You wanna know why? Because here's the thing. I still had enjoyment from it. Just like with Color Flash and Sticker Star, the music is still really nice, and the graphics are still really good. But, and what I do like most about it is that it's actually fun this time around. I actually had fun with it, which I only did partially with Color Splash. and 75% didn't have fun with Sticker Star. So, and here's the thing, the battle system, I'm not, I, well, I hate the previous two games' battle system. I think the battle system overall is okay in this game. However, yeah, it is presented in a good way. The ring battles are still nice and stuff, but I actually had fun because there's no stickers or cards anymore. Yay! Yay! And what's even good too is that it's not linear anymore. There's a lot of exploration to do, and breaking the streamers is a lot more better. And so I was a big fan of the paint stars and sticker comments. And the thing, and here's the thing, where this game actually has partners. While they're only temporary, it's still nice, and I still really love its origami aspect overall. I did like shooting out the confetti. I actually had fun with this game. However, this is a good game, but it's not perfect. It is worse than the first three games, but it is better than Sticker Star and Color Splash. It is good overall. What are my negatives? Well, I still feel like it should have been like the 1,000 your door. Nintendo does listen to our feedback, so it's intelligent systems. However, they want to create unique experiences. They just see one that plays like an RPG as a clone of the 1,000 Year Door. Why? But that is my issue with it, and yeah. But that is my only issue with it. But overall, this game 80% of this game is good. This game overall is still good, but I just feel like it could have been more like the previous game. But I still have a handful of other issues with it, and it's a good game, but it's not a great game. But it is still worth playing. I can give it that. So let's give a review score. So yeah, I give this game an 8 out of 10. I actually liked this game a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. I would rather have this game be like the original and the 1,000 Year Door. However, if I'm basing it on it being less of an RPG like the first two games, then this would basically be what Sticker Star and Color Splash should have been. Even though really, the 1,000 Year Door is what the last three games should have been. But otherwise, I feel like it's exploration. It's battle system I had fun with, even though I'm still mixed on it because it's not our usual battle system. And I do we can control the partners, but I'm glad they're back. And I do really enjoy its creativity with the bosses and characters. The characters have actually way more personality than Sticker Star and Color Splash. And I do really love summoning the Vellumentals. Those are actually really nice. I had fun with this game. Way more than I did with Sticker Star and Color Splash. Anyway guys, sorry for the negativity, but I will see you guys next time. Agent S out. See you guys next time for a video on Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. It's going to be long. Hope you guys enjoy it. Agent S out.